Warning, the following presentation is not for the weak of heart because it exposes a dark secret that has stayed silent for far too long. A secret about how the multi-billion-dollar male enhancement syndicate and their gang of cohorts truly operate. A blatant reality that will put an end to all the lies and deceptions you've been fed up with since the day you were born. A shameless plot put together by the cabals of this industry to hide the natural solution to penis enlargement from millions of honest men that desperately deserve it. Yet an ordinary man, just about your age, has decided to risk everything: his marriage, his lifelong career, and his personal safety to bring you the thing that most men won't find out about their entire lifetimes. So get ready and prepare to be blown away in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mark is such a great guy. If only his penis was bigger.
These simple words shattered my every belief that I could satisfy a woman ever again. And the worst part was, I always thought my penis was at least about the average. Hi, my name is Mark Morris, and the woman who said that was my wife of 7 years, Christine. I was the guy whose gut froze 3 feet away from her when I accidentally heard her talking on the phone. That was exactly 8 months ago. In this video, I'm going to tell you how, even though my wife never before complained about my bad performance, she was completely right to say those things, and how your wife or girlfriend could be having the same conversations with her friends, unless you start doing something right away. You're about to learn exactly what that something really means, and how to make it happen quickly and easily over the next 30 days. All I need from you is to give me your full, undivided attention and watch this video until the very end, because the ones that pay full attention are the only ones that will get the results. And you need to know that you won't find this presentation anywhere else on the web. Other men will be ashamed to tell you about it. Your best buddies might have even seen it, but they'll never admit it to you, because this message is controversial. 100% accurate, but controversial. And the multi-billion-dollar male enhancement conglomerates that make huge profits from the frustration and shame of many men out there, together with their cohort of greedy execs, know this video could destroy their company's bottom lines. That's why they are desperately trying to bury this presentation as deep as possible, ensuring that millions of average men who really need this solution may never be able to see it. But you are here, and that tells me that they haven't succeeded. At least for now. So take me dead serious when I tell this to you. This video will not be up for long. That's why you need to stop what you're doing, close your other tabs, open a notepad, and get ready to take some notes. Because if you ever wish there was a way to naturally increase your penis size up to 4 full inches, giving you the power to satisfy any woman that you'll ever take to the bedroom, making her literally crave with desire and emotion every time she takes your pants off, then this is the most important video you'll ever watch in your entire life. And in the next 30 days from now, you might have in your pants, or maybe out of your pants, a bigger, stronger, firmer, standing at attention penis that will literally light up with pleasure any woman's eyes, even when you're not having an erection. And you can achieve all that without any expensive pills, dangerous pumps, or life-threatening surgery, and no matter what the size of your package really is. Some men call this a miracle from nature. Other experts say it will be the next big thing on the market over the coming year, and over 18,972 men and counting simply enjoy the new life that has been given to them. Because that's how many people we've accepted into the program before we released this solution to the public. And the results were incredible. At one point, the success stories were coming in so fast that I thought our servers were going to explode. Men of all ages, from as young as 20 to even a few 80-year-old gents, told us how well this program has worked for them. So without any further delay, let's talk about your penis. It may seem awkward, I know. So let's talk about my penis first, and I promise you, in just a moment you'll understand why. Ever since I was a little boy, I've seen and heard men talking and competing against each other over who's packing the biggest. I didn't pay too much attention to it since all my relationships at that time were purely platonic. Add that to the fact that back then I thought my Johnson was pretty big for a boy of my age. But time moved on. I jumped through high school and somehow my manhood didn't catch up as much as I wished it did. It didn't bother me much at that time, especially since I managed to have a few girlfriends, just like my buddies. I always thought other guys and girls were making fun of me because of the way I dressed or talked. But as I was about to find out, They were making fun of my package size. Apparently, some of the girls that I managed to sleep with talked to each other, and let's just say they weren't happy with what they saw down there. Not long after that, I wasn't getting any girls to go out with me, no matter how much I tried. But as crushing as it was back then, it didn't matter, because right then I met Christine. It was love at first kiss for both of us. Christine never said anything, and I never said anything either. Soon we were just another happily married couple, or so I thought. Until that night. The night when I accidentally heard her complaining about how disappointed she was in my penis size. I started wondering if she was telling the truth. Maybe of all the men she'd had in her life, I was the one that had the smallest. I started thinking that maybe others could satisfy her better. I even started questioning my own identity. Why did she choose me then? And why did she stay with me for all those years? Maybe she was even cheating on me with other bigger men and was only staying with me out of pity. My legs started shaking. My heart felt like it was going to beat through my chest, and I almost crashed on the floor. In just seconds, she had shattered everything I ever knew about myself. And the irony of it was that it was our anniversary. She wasn't aware that I heard her, and I hadn't known she was in the kitchen either. She must have gotten some call from one of her lady friends to wish us happy anniversary. I couldn't say a word for the rest of the evening. I stood there, giving fake smiles to everyone. But the night passed, everyone left, and there we were, just the two of us. I just had to say something to her because I was boiling on the inside. I need to ask you a question. What's wrong, honey? Have you ever wished that I had a bigger penis? All of a sudden, her face turned red, and she went to the kitchen pretending to do something for what seemed like a lifetime of awkward silence. Well, are you going to answer me? I said while raising my voice, obviously angry. Why would you say that? Let me ask you something else then. Do you think my penis is big? What's with all these questions? What happened? She replied. Damn it, Christine, answer me. I just couldn't help and yelled at her. She was obviously trying to avoid my question, and we both knew something was wrong. Well, I think your penis is big enough for me, she said. Oh, really? Then what about your conversation? What conversation? She said. The one you had on the phone early this evening. The one where you said that you wished I had a bigger penis, I replied. Oh, now you're listening to my conversations. She just couldn't face the situation and was getting more and more frustrated. That's not the point, Christine. I need to know. Have I ever satisfied you in bed? It's been 7 years. I have the right to know. At that point, she burst into tears and ran upstairs to our bedroom. I slept on the couch that night and the night after. We didn't speak to each other for days. We were like two strangers pretending everything was all right, trying to live in the same house. Then one evening, as I was coming back from work, there she was, waiting for me in the kitchen with my favorite meal. The moment I closed the door, she ran into my arms and started crying. You are the best thing that's ever happened to me, Mark. I'm so sorry. It's just been a really stressful period for me. She didn't say anything else after that. I knew exactly what stressful meant to her, and at that point I just had to say something. No, Christine, you had every right to say those words. I always knew that I could do better, and I haven't done a thing about it. I'm going to fix it. Trust me, I will fix it, even if it's the last thing I do. We hugged each other and sat like that for minutes, both of us wishing for better, bigger things. Maybe at some point in your life you faced a similar situation, or at least always suspected something was wrong. Then what you need to know is that it's not about them not loving you. They never stop caring for you or something like that. It's just one of their primary needs. Just like any human needs water or food, they feel the need to be sexually satisfied. And no matter how much you try, a below average or average penis is just not going to do that. And they know it. Even though they still love you, their primary needs will always dominate. And if you don't do something about it, at some point they will leave you, physically or emotionally. And the worst part about it is that they will never tell you what's wrong, even though you both know it. And you can't let your relationship or marriage fall apart because of that. Even if you are single, you can't let this ruin every chance you have with a woman. You just can't let it happen. Like I wasn't going to let this ruin my marriage either. I knew there was something out there, something that would help me fix a problem which I ignored for so many years of my life. Oh sure, through the years I'd read about some of the dangerous stuff that you can try and maybe get a chance to a slightly bigger penis. Like penis pumps, for instance, where you have to stick your penis into a vacuum pump that can produce a pretty horrifying side effect, bleeding in the tissue face under the skin of your penis. Then I read about the male enhancement pills, and things didn't look so good there either. The most gentle side effects give you high blood pressure, anxiety, and heart palpitations. And as a last resort, there was surgery, life-threatening surgery. Just by saying those words, I decided that it wasn't for me. I mean, sure, I wanted to solve this problem by all means, but risking my life over it was just something that I wasn't prepared for. I wanted to find a natural solution, something that was easy to follow, something that was going to finally give me the peace and confidence of knowing that no woman will ever complain about my manhood. So I decided to take a different approach, and instead of going online, I went to the public library. I was spending hours there every day reading all sorts of books, research studies, and magazines, everything that was related to my problem. And the truth is, each one of them said the same exact thing. When it comes to what's directly affecting your penis size, there's really no mystery there. All the medical journals and latest research talk about this. The main cause of a penis size is related to this special hormone that's mainly found in men. It's called testosterone. Men with big penises have always had higher than normal testosterone levels compared to the other men, all their lives. This hormone is naturally produced by the body, and its levels drop significantly during the aging process. Chances are you already know this. So you can figure out what my next question was. If testosterone was the answer, then why, out of all men that have taken supplements to increase their testosterone levels, there isn't one, not 2 or 10s, but one that has increased his size by inches? The answer came rapidly enough. $8.4 billion. That's how much money these companies made last year from selling lies and deceptions to men all around the world. And they know this. But the money keeps pouring in, and they simply don't care. And most of their products don't work because of one simple reason. In 99% of the cases, the ingredients are fake, of poor quality, or just useless fillers. If you don't believe me, I dare you to call up their customer service right now and ask them if their miracle supplement is going to increase your penis size by exactly how much it says in their advertising. They're going to feed you some pre-written BS about how the results differ from each person and try to sell you on more of their useless products. Because the truth is, they need their products not to work. They need you to keep buying them so they can keep making a fortune upon your misery. And once their sham is unveiled, they just go and set up shop someplace else under a different name. It's really rather simple. If your problem gets solved, there's nothing for them to bottle and sell you for $39.95 every month. But the problem is still there, and the problem is real. And to figure it out, I still had to answer the question. If the problem is low testosterone levels, I wondered, will increasing them get me a bigger penis? Now, what followed next may seem shocking to you, but I assure you it's 100% accurate. Because what I thought was just a simple research paper with the same generic results as all the others led me to a hidden online webpage which held the most important discovery of my entire life. So there I was at the library, covered in books. The lady that was working there kept bringing me new ones while I was rapidly consuming the rest of them. I never told her what I was doing there. I was too ashamed, and to be honest, starting to get quite frustrated that I wasn't finding anything valuable. At one point, I was on the brink of having a nervous breakdown. So I decided to take a short break, and because I didn't want to waste any time, I quickly grabbed a research study that looked like it had only a few pages. That was the best way for me to enjoy my break while still continuing to look for a solution to my problem. While I was reading, I noticed something really weird. Pages 7 to 19 were missing. And I was only able to see that because on page 20, there was a footnote referring to both of these pages and a web page. And the weird thing about the footnote was these exact words. This result refers to a study that has been made by the Professor Janbart Boxens over the period of 18 months during 2008 to 2010. In order to find the full results of the study, please open the pages 7 to 19 or visit this webpage at... And there it was, a link to a webpage. At that point, I was really intrigued, so I quickly logged into my laptop to see what's on that mysterious page. As the website was loading, I noticed the entire study, including the missing pages, were there. It immediately caught my attention. So I kept reading and just couldn't believe my eyes. The study included 423 men that had what Professor Janbart Boxens calls a micropenis, and which followed an exact program for at least 30 days. At the end of the program, the study said 422 men managed to increase their penis size by an average of 3.67 inches, as the results varied from 2 to 4 inches for each man. The study also talked about a scientific breakthrough that combines modern medicine with alternative remedies. It talked about certain ingredients in foods that combined in just the exact amount and order can stimulate a constant higher level of testosterone, naturally produced by the body, which, as the study said, was one of the main problems that every product on the market has. It also talked about a certain hormone X that's responsible for the penis growth, and how all the other research studies related to this were suspiciously stopped, but it didn't say who stopped them. On those pages, there was a table with each one of these people's names, age, height, their original size, and the final enhanced penis. And under each one of them, there were actual videos with confessions from these guys. Now, this may seem weird, but the question that kept bothering me was what happened to the one guy? The one guy that did not manage to increase his manhood. The answer came pretty quick because as I was done reading the report, it said that one man had decided to drop the program after day 1 because he wasn't confident enough that it would work for him. I kept wondering if the other 422 ever called him to tell him how it went. Because if what was saying in the study was true, I was about to have the biggest breakthrough of my life, and soon going to make my wife the happiest woman out of all her girlfriends. So I kept looking on the page for a way to contact this professor, and I found what it seemed like a long overseas phone number. It turns out that it was German. At that point, I was really intrigued. My heart started going crazy as I was dialing. After a couple rings, someone answered in German. "Hello, is this Professor Jan Bartboxkins? I would like to talk with you about your study. Do you speak English?" I said, hoping that he'll understand me. "Please don't call this number again. You're with them," the voice on the other end said with a German accent. And then he hung up. Who is them? I kept asking myself, and why was he so rude to me? Another fail. Maybe it was just meant to be, for me to be alone and miserable for the rest of my life, for women to laugh at me if any of them got to see my penis ever again. You see, there comes a time in a man's life that no matter how strong and manly you think you are, you just break. With my last shreds of hope, I decided that if this professor won't answer my call, then I might as well text him. Maybe he would change his mind. My message was short. "I don't know who them are. I want to know more about your study or my marriage will fail. Please help me." Done. Sent. I kept waiting and nothing. My wife thought something must have happened at the office when she saw me checking my phone every few minutes. I never told her what I was doing. But nothing happened. It was 2 a.m. and no call or text from the professor. No calls either in the following day or the day after that. I must say it was the most excruciating period of my entire life. But it ended soon enough. "Finally," I said when I saw the same German phone number that was calling me. "I saw your message. I'm in Germany right now, so if you want to meet, you must come here," the same German voice said. So I told my wife the company was sending me on a business trip, took the next flight to Berlin, and met Jan the next day. Despite my first thought of him being rude, he was actually a nice guy. So we started talking. I told him about my problem, about what my wife said, and how I'd been trying to find a solution ever since. "I will help you, but you must not tell them," he said. "Who are these people that you keep referring to as them?" I asked him, obviously intrigued. Now, this is the part of the story that is called reality. And I must admit, although I always started laughing at conspiracy theories and called everyone crazy, Jan's story made me understand how profits can control a man's life. He told me how a few years ago he was invited to speak at a conference about male enhancement supplements and their impact on men all around the world. What he didn't know back then was that the main sponsors of this conference were 2 big male enhancement companies. What they didn't know about Jan was that he was completely against using any artificially made supplement or tool and believed in the idea that any man can naturally solve almost all his man-related problems. So you can imagine how that speech went. A short time after that, he was fired from his job and started receiving weird calls from lawyers that threatened to sue him over things that weren't even related to what he said. His wife's research funding was gone, just like that. They literally scraped his name from the medical history books. "It's all because of their obscene profits," Chan said when he saw my stunned face while listening to his story. "They are making so much money, they just can't let anyone ruin that. It's not about winning for them. I'm afraid they already won." Obviously, I was furious about what he said. "Then what about your study? What about all those men?" I asked. I wanted to prove those big companies wrong. I wanted to show them there was a better, safer way. But when I went to them, they didn't want to see me. I guess they weren't interested in a one-time easy fix, he said. It was hard for me to accept what he said, but he was right. And as much as I felt for him, I needed to solve my problem more than anything. So I asked him if he still had the program that he talked about in the study and if he could let me see it and maybe make a copy of it. "Here, take it. I don't need it anymore. I guess I only kept it as a reminder to myself that there is still hope," he said. "Don't you need to show me the steps?" I asked him. "You don't need me. It's all in there. Very easy," he said. I was so excited that I even forgot to thank him. And I didn't want to look like a weird person on the plane, so I decided to wait until I get home to go through the entire program. I must say, the whole thing was just a few pages long, just like Jan said. Simple, clear steps that I had to follow for just a couple of weeks. And the results were insane. So insane that I couldn't believe my eyes. I just kept looking down there shocked and kept asking myself, why haven't I done this sooner? And then I realized that maybe it was meant to be. My wife couldn't believe it either. She thought I had surgery when she saw me taking my pants off. There was no way you'd recover that fast, she exhaled. It took me some time to convince her that everything she was seeing was the result of an easy-to-follow natural solution that almost no one knows about. But while we were talking, I could see it in her eyes that she just couldn't wait to start playing with her new favorite toy. And oh boy, was I ever hard that night. So hard that at one point we had to stop as she could barely breathe. This was the most amazing night of my life, Mark. Let's do it again, she said. And because this is a PG-rated presentation, I'm going to stop here. But let me tell you this. I will never forget that smile on my wife's face the next morning. She looked like she had been waiting her whole life to be satisfied like that. And to be honest, I have been waiting for mine to not be ashamed about my package size. And I just couldn't believe that Jan's formula wasn't on the front page of every men's magazine by now. This was something that every man that has ever wished for a bigger penis should know about. So I called Jan and asked him what he thought about the idea of sharing a solution with other men out there that are desperately trying to find a solution. He was reluctant at first after all that has happened to him, but I managed to convince him that it's all for the greater good. That someone has to stand up for all the lies and useless products that constantly resurface on the market. That's why we decided to only release this formula once we were 100% convinced that this will work for everyone. Sure, his study had already proven the success of this solution, and I could guarantee it myself as well. But now we were talking about millions of men out there. We just needed to be 100% sure. So we created a website where we shared all the research, the exact formula plus all the easy-to-follow steps, then put up an ad and waited to see the results. It took a few days before the first message came in. It was a guy whose girlfriend had left him because, and I quote, he was just too tiny for her big needs. His package is now 3.9 inches bigger, and his new international model girlfriend couldn't be happier. Here's a picture that he sent me with the two of them. Shortly after, we started receiving hundreds of messages from men all around the world, guys that have successfully followed the program and now live an extraordinary life surrounded by their wives, girlfriends, and women that simply adore their new penis. The word was spreading so fast that I thought at some point our servers were about to explode. We sure expected the program to work, but we never expected that many men to try it. And the best part is that since we've received such an overwhelming feedback, our formula has only gotten better. We used their results, and based on them, we added new ingredients and even eliminated some steps. It's even simpler now. And you can enjoy the same incredible results starting today, because the solution is finally here. And the solution is called Grow Extra Inches. The only natural supplement which contains all 14 secret banned foods and herbs that have been proven by more than 18,972 men to increase penis size by up to 3 or 4 full inches in less than a month. This is the single most powerful method that will give you the life you've always dreamed of for two main reasons. It gets to the root of the problem, and it's all natural. A complete 100% natural formula to increase your penis size by up to 4 inches in less than 30 days, without any expensive pills, dangerous pumps, or life-threatening surgery. Now, you may be wondering, how does it work and why does it work so incredibly well? Pay careful attention now, because the following information comes from cutting-edge medical research and analysis, tested in more than 12 independent labs in the US and Europe on an initial number of 1,450 brave volunteers. The first and most essential ingredients come from Congo and Ghana. We have managed to isolate the unique versions of vitamin E and B3 found in superstar penis enhancement herbs like Entango and Monkagora. These act like heat missiles, which trigger a hyperexpansion of your penis erectile tissue at a constant rate of up to 3 inches, or even 4 in some cases. And as an added bonus, these ingredients provide a natural fortification of the penis's cartilage, making it steel hard and preventing premature limpness. Then, even if it was almost impossible to source, from Venezuela and Colombia, we have discovered the original unaltered species of Dahmania aphrodisiaca. This magical plant has been used successfully for more than 2,000 years by the local tribes when they had ED problems. And why is this a magical plant? Let me explain. If it is used correctly, and only we have the exact proportions for this, Dahmania aphrodisiaca fully oxygenates the interior honeycomb parts of the penis, the primary cause of ED, penile shrinkage, and inability to maintain hard erections. And last but not least, from Ecuador, we have the holy grail of penis fortification. There is just one tribe from the Amazonian forest who agreed to exclusively provide us the single most potent form of Liriosoma ovata, Mura puama, aka Viagra of the Amazon. I bet you didn't even know that such powerful natural stuff even exists, right? Mura puama stimulates the brain into sending essential specialized hormones to the penis that act as a natural potency pill, increasing the duration and intensity of erections. Moreover, it repairs the damage present at testicular level, which in turn boosts the development of testosterone, promoting growth in muscle and bone mass. And it also fights the irreversible process of andropause, the male equivalent of women's menopause, and allows your testicles to produce normal quantities of sperm even if you are in your late 80s. Each morning you'll wake up, look in the mirror, and be shocked by the growth you're seeing. And the surge of confidence you now project because you know you're an absolute alpha male will shock others too. Although I must admit this comes with certain side effects. When I tested this formula, I noticed that my erections were getting stronger and harder and happening a lot more often than usual. As you can imagine, that only pleased my wife more. So now it's time to ask yourself, next time you meet a woman that you really like or you want to get busy with your wife or girlfriend, who do you want to be? Do you want to be the shy, anxious guy that deep down knows no matter how much you'll try it will never be good enough? Or do you want women to worship your penis? And these dreams aren't dreams at all, because the results are 100% guaranteed, as I'll explain in a moment. Yes, this is real, and it's really happening. A new life is about to begin for you, bigger and better than anything you've experienced before, and you will succeed no matter what. Because this program answers every question you might have, just like it did for 18,972 and counting men that have successfully tried this program and turned their lives around. We have a 98.9% success rate for those who actually follow the protocol. If you don't follow the protocol, we can't help you there. In fact, don't be like the one guy that quit too soon. Be like the other men who got what they dreamt about all their lives. And if at any moment you have a question about this solution or anything else related to it, we have an eager and knowledgeable support staff who is standing by 24/7 to answer it. Now that you know all of these, you're probably asking two questions. One, is there any way I can get my hands on this amazing supplement? And two, when and in how much quantity should I take these supplements? Well, to answer question one is a little bit tricky. You see, the truth of the matter is that getting the right ingredients to make this powerful massive penis enhancer is very hard. Also, the people who already tested our product and had success increasing the size of their bad boy keep asking us for more bottles, for themselves, for their buddies, emptying our stocks in just a matter of days. Moreover, Grow Extra Inches is carefully produced only in small batches that take up to 3 months to deliver. This process is essential to assure that the quality of the product is 100% effective. But we don't want anybody to feel wretched anymore, and in the next few minutes, you'll find out how to get your hands on a brand new bottle of supplements as part of our awareness campaign. Regarding how you should take the Grow Extra Inches supplement, the answer is easy. Take 2 supplements on a daily basis for at least 30 days. You see, the positive effects inside your body are undeniable. All the 14 natural ingredients have been especially selected and balanced to increase the erectile tissue of your penis and make you healthy again, starting with the very first pill. Of course, the first line of attack is getting your penis stronger, harder, and longer. But depending on what size your current penis is and the level of other internal complications, such as low testosterone levels, low level of cellular oxygenation, or other sexual-related problems, the battle is hard. And even though we practically guarantee that you'll add at least 3 inches to your fire hose, what good would that be if you'd only last for 5 minutes with a hard-on because of low hormonal levels and poor penile oxygenation? You see, in order to repair the internal, unseen damages caused to your penis and testicles, it may take some time to see the results. So, as a rule of thumb, after seeing the positive results of more than 18,000 patients suffering from stage 4 penis shrinkage, which is very hard to cure with traditional methods, we recommend to take at the very least 2 bottles, 4 bottles or more to be completely safe, for a period of 60 days. This will absolutely guarantee that you will have a 100% bulletproof, strong, and healthy penis and testicles for the rest of your life. For the overwhelming number of men who use Grow Extra Inches, the increase in length and width they experience in their first 30 days is absolutely staggering. They also report a remarkable ability to get erections on demand, that they no longer suffer from any erectile dysfunction issues, that their penises are noticeably harder during sexual activities, and that they experience an incredible new level of control over their orgasms. Here are just a few of the thousands of messages that we receive every month from people who have successfully followed this formula.
This program saved my marriage. My wife and I have never been happier, and she looks incredibly satisfied every time she looks down there. So I don't think I could ever thank you enough.
This is kind of embarrassing, but I never had a real girlfriend until I tried your program, Mark. All the women I've ever been with have laughed at my size after a while. They're not laughing anymore, I can tell you that. My penis is now 3.4 inches bigger, and my new girlfriend just can't get enough of it. Thank you so much.
So I saw your program, and I got this for my husband. And both of us, we were shocked to see how well your solution works. His penis size grew by 2.8 inches in just days. Although I must admit, I'm the one that enjoys this the most. To all women out there, do your men a favor. Do yourself a favor. Get this program now.
My manhood is literally 3.2 inches bigger. I never thought this was possible, let alone to do it in 14 days. This is a miracle solution for men. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much.
When my wife saw my new penis, she thought I had surgery. She just couldn't believe her eyes how big my manhood is now. But it was no surgery, no pumps, no pills, just your natural solution, Mark 2.9 inches bigger. And it's only been a few days. This is incredible.
By now, you're probably wondering how much this program is going to cost you. Let me turn that question back to you. How much would you pay for a solution that makes any woman, not just your spouse, literally worship your manhood? That gives you the ability and confidence to satisfy women like no other man has done it in their entire life. And finally, sets you free from the question that you've been asking yourself your entire life, is my penis big enough? Because once you've tried the solution, you'll be able to increase your penis size by 2 to 4 inches in less than 3 weeks from now, without any side effects, without any pumps, and absolutely without any risky surgery. Think about it. Would you pay $500? $1,000? Personally, I would pay more. Any sane man would. This is your self-esteem, your confidence as a man that we are talking about. So, could I charge that much? Absolutely, and I'd have people lining up. But the truth is, I'm not here for the money. I already made my money. I'm here to make a difference. And to put an end to all the shame and frustration that many other men out there suffer from every time they have to take their pants off in the bedroom. Is she going to laugh at me? Is she going to joke with her friends about what she saw? All these questions will end, together with the idea that you've ever had a penis that's not big enough for her. And that's all that mattered to me when I set the price for this program. Even though all the industry experts are telling me that it's easily a $497 solution, I decided that if I charge that much, a lot of men out there will miss out. So I considered $197 for the full program, but that seemed too much, especially in today's economy. And then it occurred to me that I could do something way different. I asked a friend of mine to tell me how much running the website, spreading the word, and hiring a stellar customer service team would cost me, and to put an extra something on top just to be able to cover all my previous research expenses. So after crunching the numbers, we decided that the best natural solution to increase your penis size by 2 to 4 inches in less than 30 days is only $69. And as crazy as this may seem, I still thought this was too much. So I decided that at least for a while, I will give up on recovering Jan's initial research expenses. But wait, I'm going to sweeten the deal even more, because I know how vital a long, healthy penis is for every man out there, and how important it is to feel confident that no matter what, from now on, nobody will ever consider you small or average or make you feel insecure and rejected. I've set up a discounted package system of 4 bottles of Grow Extra Inches for you for only $49 a bottle, for a total of $196, which is being offered today for as long as supplies last. You also get free shipping on us. Once we run out of bottles, the Buy Now buttons will not be active anymore until we make another batch again, which takes around 2 to 3 months at least. Click the 4-bottle package or any other package that you want below to secure your order. Consider this the smallest but the most powerful investment that you have ever done for yourself. Yes, a bottle of Grow Extra Inches will skyrocket your penis to the next level, adding inch by inch to its length and girth, making practically every woman out there want you. 2 bottles will do the same thing, increasing the erectile tissue and fortifying your penis's cartilage, like it did for at least 18,972 people so far, and it will also repair the damage present at testicular level, increasing your testosterone and sperm production. But 4 bottles of Grow Extra Inches will mean that in just 4 months, besides a 3-inch longer penis, your brain will be trained to send essential specialized hormones to the penis, which act like a natural potency pill, fighting off the irreversible process of andropause. You will be an old man, barely able to walk and see, but your penis will be steel strong and pole long, like a 20-year-old football player's after using Grow Extra Inches for at least 4 months. You may be asking, okay, this sounds amazing and I'm interested. How do I get started? Click the yellow button below after choosing the best package for you, and you'll end up on our secure checkout page. Enter your payment details, place the order, and in 7 days from this moment, you'll get Grow Extra Inches right at your home. Click now to secure your package while supplies last. You have absolutely nothing to risk, because when you secure your order today, you will also get something that I call the Love It or Leave It 60-day no questions asked money-back guarantee. If you don't get the results or simply want your money back for any reason at all, you don't have to explain yourself. You don't even have to talk with me or our customer service team. You just check a box and the money is back in your account within 24 hours. I take your trust in me very seriously. I will make sure you succeed. That's why I decided to hire a top customer service team that I personally trained. Go ahead, ask them anything worry-free, because your privacy and identity are 100% protected. We are coming to a close here and you'll have to make a decision. You can do nothing, and every time she puts her hands down there, wonder if your manhood is big enough to satisfy her. You lose every shred of confidence that you ever had in yourself. Let insecurity take over your life and ruin every relationship you'll ever have. Sure, you could go down this road, or you can choose to join over 18,972 men and counting who now got a bigger, stronger, firmer manhood in less than 30 days without any pills, pumps, or surgery. You've heard their stories. You've heard them saying how well this program has worked for them. In my opinion, you deserve to be part of this. A strong, confident man that makes any woman's eyes light up every time she sees what's down there. A stand-up guy that can get any woman he wants at any time, knowing that every time you're alone with her in the bedroom, her parents' house, or the club toilet, you will rock her world. Because that's the type of man this program turns you into. And it all starts with one simple click. So click the buy button now, secure your order, and I'll see you on the other side. If you're still there, you may have some questions before you've secured your order. Let me try and answer them so you can go ahead and take the next step without any doubt in mind. Question number 1, how long does it really take to get results? As I've told you, and I'm very proud to repeat this, you'll see the results as soon as you take one tablet. The battle against your small penis has already begun. The internal results are immediate, while the external results will begin to show in no time. Question number 2, will this program work for me? Yes. Before we even released Grow Extra Inches to the public, we gave it to over 18,972 men that can guarantee this program works. Ever since it was published online, we are receiving hundreds of messages every day from men all around the world thanking us and literally begging us to spread the word even more. And this is only happening because we decided to take a different approach. We decided to treat the root cause of your problem in a different way no one else has. Question number 3, can I take Grow Extra Inches even if I have allergies or if I currently use other supplements? Sure you can. We have made sure that this amazing penis enlarger weapon has no damaging effect on people who have various allergies, as the quantities of the ingredients inside are selected to be below the allergy triggering levels. Also, Grow Extra Inches does not interfere with other supplements, as it targets exactly only the erectile problems in your body. For more details, please check the disclaimer link at the bottom of this page. Question number 4, what happens once I click one of the options below? Once you click one of the options below, you'll go to our 100% secure checkout page. You just enter your payment information and place the order. We'll immediately ship your bottle straight to your house. Question number 5, I worry about buying things online. Is my order secure? 100%. Our website uses the same encryption that is being used by all the big banks and large companies. Your information is actually safer here than it is when you pay for dinner at your favorite restaurant. Have more questions? Once you take action now and get to the other side, almost all of them will be immediately answered. So hit the buy button now and secure your order. Oh, and about the other few questions that you might still have. For those, we have a team of experts standing by and waiting to give you all the support you need. Feel free to ask them anything you want about penis enlargement, this program, your order, or anything else. We will provide you a friendly and satisfying response in 12 hours or less. So, the Grow Extra Inches program is just a few seconds away right now. I've been through a lot so that you can get your hands on this, and I'm basically giving it away to you. It should be the easiest decision you ever made in your life, but you need to make it now. I can't do it for you. I can only show you the results. You've seen them. You've seen all those men. Tell me if you're not at least intrigued. I would be if I were you, so things are very simple right now. Push the button now and give your woman the best sex she's ever had in her life. Make her worship your manhood. Do it now. Claim what's yours. Your new life is about to begin. Don't throw it away. And if you don't make a decision now and secure your order, tomorrow might be too late. Because when you come back, this video could be gone. And I warned you this might happen. But deep down, you know this is for you and for any man that wants a better life. And you know that if you don't take action now, you let all the frustration and deception win. And you don't want that. I know you don't. Especially since you can get this program for free. All you need to say is maybe. And it starts with a click of a button. So click below, fill in your payment details, and submit your order. I can't wait to hear about your results.